pain, no gain. Coaches all over America have yelled it. We've seen it on t-shirts. Jane Fonda even said it in the 80s. We're supposed to use this motto to grow and get better at things. But did you ever wonder, why does pain have to be part of it at all? Shouldn't our body and mind want to grow and get better? And shouldn't that not involve pain? In this edition of Fast Food for Thought, I'd like to share with you my journey with running and how that's helped me see the pain part of this motto differently and help me realize gains in other parts of my life. When I was 10, I looked at running the same way many non-runners do. What's the point? Let me get this straight. You're not being chased, but you're still running just to run? I didn't get it. I mean, are you trying to make everyone else feel bad about themselves? I thought runners had a screw loose. My dad was a runner though, and he wanted me to run with him. He took me out my first run in the middle of August for a mile, which to a 10-year-old is basically a marathon. When we first started, I was like, yeah, this running thing is pretty cool. I could see myself being a runner someday. Then we got to about the half-mile point and the pain set in. My feet hurt. My shirt is soaking with sweat. I'm breathing heavily, thinking this must be harmful to my health. I whined at my dad, when are we going to get back to the house? When we finally reached the driveway, and my dad was reveling in how invigorating the whole run felt, I was chanting in my mind, never again, never again. The problem is, my dad isn't somebody you really say no to. So when he asked me the next day, the next weeks, the next years, I never said no, and I kept running. Fast forward 6 years after that, and I was running on the varsity cross-country team. Fast forward another 23 years after that, and I'm now running in the top 2% of runners for 5-kilometer races. So what happened to all that pain? Did I just learn to block it out or eliminate the pain signals? I didn't. I learned to see the pain differently. And it all started in Mr. Clark's 5th grade biology class. One day, Mr. Clark taught us about homeostasis. All the kids were like, homeo what? It's a fancy scientific word that just means your body likes to stay in balance. It likes to stay within predefined limits. And whenever you go outside of those limits, it wants to get right back in as soon as possible. I started thinking about homeostasis and running. And I realized that each time I got better at running, I was pushing myself out of homeostasis. I was exceeding those predefined limits. When that happened, my body was like, what are you doing? Stop. The alarm systems were going off, firing pain signals. I felt out of control. My body wanted to get back into homeostasis ASAP. I did a little research though, and I realized while that was happening, something else amazing was happening. When pushed past my limits, my body was responding with a storm of adaptivity, accessing unused energy in my body, firing off processes, diverting energy, optimizing each system and process to the point of zero waste. And if I kept that up day in and day out, despite all the pain, my body would actually reorganize its whole ecosystem to create a brand new homeostasis, one with upgraded limits. I had essentially ordered my body to upgrade, and it did it. Then I did it again and again and again. Each new homeostasis was better than the last. And pain showed the transition between each one. And this doesn't just apply to physical processes as well. Mentally, you can push past your limits and it will reorganize as well. Scientists call it neuroplasticity. I did this when I learned how to drive. You and I do this whenever we perform any complex task, really. It's simple, but it's not easy because it takes patience and a willingness to just push through that pain. But that pain is actually easier if you see it within the context of this incredible reorganization process that our bodies and minds can accomplish. Pain, at least the kind associated with growth, is the only way that you know you're on the right track. Here's your assignment. The next time you try something new, you try to get better at something, I want you to say to yourself, I'm ordering an upgrade. I want more muscle fibers, more synapses in my brain, or just an upgraded process. Your body and mind will serve it up to you if you just stick with it. You might be surprised that understanding how all this process works can actually make that pain more bearable and help you realize these gains. Thank you.